Alright, I'm going to show you how this system works for learning Hindi. So this is the Excel file, and I will provide this to you. So what you do, first of all, in the first tab, there's a bit of a process, and it will explain a lot of this, what I'm sharing. But what you do is you will be learning a list of words, and you're trying to move them uh, through the tabs. Correct one time, correct two times, correct three times. And these are separate days, okay? So you'll run the words and you'll make sure to learn them on a certain day. But then you'll promote the words, and I'll show you how to do that until you've learned them on 4 separate days. And then you'll check them one more time backwards. So you'll look at the target language first and you'll make sure you know the English. And then once you've successfully learned those words, then you'll have them in the permanent list at the end. So basically what you do is you start with uh, words that you want to learn. And here's the different stages. I'm just clicking on those. So let's say I want to learn these words. The ones that I've gotten correct 3 times, I want to drill those words again. So I click on this play button. You have to enable macros first. And notice how the number of words in this stage has gone away because now they're in the current list. And that's actually in the current list tab right here. So the words just moved into there, okay? So what you do is now you go to the top and you see owl. And I know in my head that's ulu. So I'm going to click on next to make sure that I knew it. There it is, ulu. So I'll click next. Let's see, bus. I know that's bus. So next, correct. I knew the word. Go again. Specs. I know that's ANAC, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't know. So it's like, I don't know. Let's see what it is. ANAC. Specs. Alright, I got that one wrong. Let's pretend I don't know that bear is blue. Next. Got that one wrong. And let's say I got all the rest right. Next, next. Okay, I've gone through this list of 6 words once. But then it will keep going because the words I didn't get wrong, it's going to tee them up again. So let's see if I know specs. Say I got that one wrong. Bear. See if let's pretend I got that one wrong. Boom, I'm done with those. So those 2 words keep looping, okay? Next. Oh, got it wrong. Next. Oh, yes, I got that one right. Boom, and now it's just going to keep on looping the final word until I remember it. So basically, the way it tracks that is it has a 1. When you load the words in initially, it has a 1 in all of these. And every time you get a word right, because you indicate that by clicking next, it will clear that out. And then it'll just keep looping the words that you still need to learn. So you're never re-reviewing words that you already know unnecessarily. So at the end, once you've done that, now let's say, actually not at the end, let's say you've gone through one time and all these 4 words, 1, 2, 3, 4, you've gotten correct the first attempt. That's when you can promote the words. So let's click on promote now. And basically I've simulated that situation because I've put ones here. So that's as if I got these 2 words wrong and all the other words right. So let's go back. So what I do is I can click promote, demote, or same. So all the words what it's going to do is it's going to run this action on words that don't have a 1 beside them. And so if I click promote, you're going to see it go from, they were in the correct 3 times stage before, now they're going to be correct 4 times. So you're going to see 4 in this cell once I click promote. Let's try that. I clicked it, and now you can see a 4. Okay, so that means I've gotten those words correct 4 times in 4 different sessions. I've gotten them correct. But the remaining words are still there, so I haven't promoted those words yet. And what I can do is, let's say I keep looping those words. Next, next. Okay, I got them all right. Boom, I'm done. So now there's going to be no 1s beside these words anymore. You can see that. Okay. And now what I can do is click same. What that's going to do is it's going to prevent these words from promoting because I want to keep them at the stage they're at. I don't want them to keep progressing through in my memory, in my progression of solidifying the words in my memory. Click same. And what ends up happening is you can see those two words pop back into the correct 3 times. If I click demote, that would have gone back to correct twice. All right, so let's run some other words, and I'll show you another I'll show you another thing that you can do. So correct once. These are the correct once words. Actually, so that's the mechanics of it. Now I'm going to show you the actual data. So what you're going to get in this file is all kinds of words and sentences that they go with. And so you're going to see, so let's see, in the correct one-time list, there's 148 words. So you're going to see here, you're going to get stressed, that's the English word, and then you're going to see that that's pareshan, and then you're going to have a sentence that it goes with. मैं परेशान हो रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा चॉकलेट खा ली मुझे हॉस्पिटल पर सकता है. All right, so now these sentences don't have these sentences aren't always really that important that they're like super logical sentences. Like what we've done is created sentences that are easy to remember, and they contain a lot of really useful words. So I'll show you just what it feels like for me to learn these more complicated words with the sentences. Let's load some of the words from the correct ones list. Let's load them all. All right. So boss. It shuffles the word order too when you load it, so you won't always remember them in the same order. All right, boss is boss. But see how here? Actually, let's use another. So afternoon, din, and then here's the sentence, right? So din me kaneke time. So as you're learning, you'll think, oh, do I know that word? Oh, it's din, and here's a sentence that it's used in. All right. Now, if you want, what you can do is you can load in a hint. So let me load in a hint. Sounds like Sean. Sounds like the name of a guy, Sean. I don't know if you want to link the word stress to a person named Sean. Maybe you know a guy named Sean who's always stressed. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's look at that. Stressed. Then if I want a hint, I can click hint, and you can see the hint pop up. Sounds like Sean. So you're sort of starting to link. You're starting to help yourself remember before you actually see the word, and that's going to help you like create connections in your brain. But then you'll say next, you'll see pareshan, you'll see the sentence, and then you'll say whether it was wrong or right. And then this just tracks your session. So there's 147 words in this list. The next word I'm going to look at is for. There's 144 words remaining because that means that's just going to count like the number of words I've gotten right. It will subtract those from this list. So like let's say I got this one wrong, this one wrong. That will uh, like see how every time I get them wrong, this number of words remaining doesn't really change, right? But if I keep getting them right, it will keep going down, 142, 141. So I can see how much I'm progressing toward remembering them one time. The goal in all of this, every day you sit down to drill words, is you want to remember each word one time. And like you can make sure to not stress about that. Like all you have to do is just keep looping the words until you've gotten them one time correct. Because the point of doing this is you every new day that you get it right, you remember that again one time. And if you can do that on 4 separate days, you'll never forget the words. So you don't really have to pressure yourself to kind of like remember it really good. Just remember it once and promote the words until they've gotten all the way to the permanent successfully reviewed, successfully learned words category. All right, the other thing I'm going to provide for you is the recordings. So let's actually go to that. So we're going to have recordings that uh, that actually are these sentences themselves. So um, like this sentence, every single one of these sentences will be in the recording. So I'll give you an example. I'm just gonna play it quickly here for you. So, and hopefully you can hear this. But okay, so I have written the sentences in Hindi. So I've got a guy who's मुझे अपने पसंद का लड़का मिल गया वो इंडिया से है वो
मुझे अपने
इंडिया
पसंद
से
का
है.
लड़का मिल गया, वो इंडिया से है.
वो इंडिया से है.
How
So
are
where
you
is
today?
that one?
I am fine, thank you. And yourself? आप कैसे हो? मैं अच्छा हूँ.
आप
और
कैसे
आप?
हो?
आप कैसे हो? मैं
So
अच्छा हूँ.
every single
और
one
आप?
of these words that you're going to be learning has a recording. So you can just put the headphones on and listen for hours and just let the words kind of in the accent kind of wash over you. You don't have to really pressure yourself to memorize really quick, but the recordings help you with the way that with the translation. So what I suggest is you do a lot of listening over and over to the recordings, and then you let the translation hit you, and then you start drilling the words. Personally, when I'm starting out learning a language, I actually like to memorize these sentences verbatim. And what that means is I can say that sentence anytime. If I ever want to ask somebody how they're doing or where they're from, I know exactly how to say that. But what you'll learn is really quickly after about lesson 3, lesson 4, you'll start mixing and matching, and you'll actually start expressing yourself in the new language. It's an incredible thing to experience. So let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to going down this journey with you. Bye.